Guys, we've got one more nice earnings opportunity available this week we're going to take advantage of. I wanted to let you know about it. We can make a quick $100, a little less than typical, but it is higher probability. Kroger definitely doesn't move as much as some of the other high-tech earnings plays that we make. I'm going to show you today how to make an easy profit in Kroger. Be sure and watch all the way to the end as I'm going to show you why now is the right time to sell a Strangle in Kroger. How to place a Strangle option trade in Kroger using options in the most efficient and safe manner. I'll show you a real example on the option trading platform. Finally, an extra tip to make even more money on a simple follow-up trade adjustment. Hey guys, Darren here. We've got a great video for you here today. Although before we start, please hit that like or subscribe button. That's all I ask in return if you appreciate the information and the research that goes into making these videos. And thank you guys very much. Today we're covering Kroger. It has earnings this week and we've got the perfect option strategy to use to make a quick profit. I think it's super important that we understand all the tools that the rich are using in order to get richer. We can then use the same tools and strategies and profit ourselves while doing it safely in any market. I promise we're going to dig into many detailed option trading tips and tricks in this video and future videos. Also, be sure to download the free options workshop in the link below. It talks about the two main benefits of trading options over buying stocks. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial planner and I'm not recommending trades. Please do your own research, and if you're new or learning options, I recommend you start small. Why is now the right time for a Strangle option trade in Kroger? Guys, we want to sell Strangles when IVR, implied volatility rating, is high and when we think a stock is going to trade within a range. Why when IVR is high? Because when IVR is high, we can collect more option premium and go wider in selling our put and calls so that we have a larger range for the stock price to move within and still be profitable. What stock has the perfect setup for a Strangle option trade right now? Let's take a look at the 1-year chart for Kroger, ticker symbol KR. The stock price is currently at $45 and IVR is high at 36 since there is earnings coming out Friday, September 8th before the bell or the open for the day. We see that there is some pretty good support at around the 44 level and resistance at around the 50 level. IVR expands and is higher prior to earnings, since if the earnings or guidance going forward is bad, the stock price will likely drop. Notice I say likely, sometimes it doesn't. If the quarterly revenue and earnings are good and beat expectations and the guidance is good as well going forward, what do you think happens? Most of the time, the stock price moves up, but not always. Besides just looking at the chart, we should also do some research so that we understand and know if the company is a good one or bad one and where we think the stock price might move. Kroger is one of the world's largest retail grocers. They own many different grocery stores and are in the process of merging with Albertsons, targeted for next year in 2024. Everyone has to eat, so Kroger is pretty inflation resistant, so this should do well and be pretty stable in the near term. Kroger is also the biggest sushi retailer in America, and gross margins on sushi are the highest in the store. The forward price to earnings ratio seems fairly priced at around 13. You can see there's a 2.5% dividend, and Kroger has had 17 straight years of dividend increases. The 1-year target for Kroger is $50, so it's basically expected to stay pretty flat. Because of the dividend, inflation resistancy, and the current price, I expect Kroger to trade within the same range that it has been over the last year. That said, we should look to use a neutral option trading strategy. So let's show how to place a Strangle option trade in Kroger using options in the most efficient and safe manner. All right, we're going to take a look at how to sell a Strangle in Kroger on the option trading platform. You can do this with any brokerage on any platform pretty much. We're going to use the TastyTrade platform. TastyTrade is one of the best brokerages for trading options. It's the one I've used for several years, and they're the guys that developed TOS, the Thinkorswim platform, and sold it to TD Ameritrade, which is now Schwab, and they still use it today. TastyTrade is even better. Right now you can get cash back when you open an account. I'll put a link down below. It costs you absolutely nothing to set up an account. I do recommend that you fund it with at least a couple $1,000s in order to make a few different trades. So we punch in Kroger in the upper left on the option trading platform. Make sure you are on the trade tab. This pulls up all the different option chains. We will click and open the October 20 regular option chain that is 45 days to expiration. At 45 days, we can collect a good amount of premium and still go pretty wide with our strikes so that we have a large profit range that the price needs to stay within in order to still be profitable. Now, a strangle consists of selling an out-of-the-money put option and an out-of-the-money call option. We will click on the bid to sell the 43 put option and the bid to sell the 49 call option. We collect $100 to sell this strangle. It says $1, however, there's 100 shares, so it's really $100 per contract. This trade has a 66% probability of profit. We have a pretty good chance of winning on this strangle trade. Switch to the curve mode by clicking on the upper left where it says curve while still on the trade tab. Now we can see the large profit zone in green. As long as the stock price stays within that range by the end of the week on Friday, October 20th at the close, then we keep the entire $100. Now remember, our probability of profit on this trade is 66%. So what do you think that means? Our probability of no profit is only 34%. I'll take those odds. Finally, an extra tip to make even more money on a simple follow-up trade adjustment. Hey Darren, are you always right on these trades? Do you know that we're going to make $100 on this trade no matter what? No. Trades do not always go our way. Again, I like the fact that the strangle option trade that we are placing has a 66% chance of being profitable. And the stock price has been trading within that green profit range for most of the time over the past several months. However, sometimes trades just don't stay within the expected moves. Revenue and earnings come out with some unexpected results, or management's guidance going forward is less than desirable. So if we're a winner, we can close out for the big win right then on the opening and bank our profits. IVR will have collapsed or dropped right after the earnings announcement, so much of the premium will have come in and we should be able to close and keep most of the $100 collected. If it's still in the middle of our strike range, we can also wait and collect all of the $100 at expiration. If the stock price moves outside of our profit range, there's something else we can do, and I often do this. I roll the winning side or the untested side of the strangle up to collect additional premium when the market opens. IVR is still in the process of coming down, so we can collect additional premium and move our profit zone, and often the stock price comes back into the profit range. One final important message. You don't want to put this trade on right when you see this video as you are watching it. Earnings comes out on Friday the 8th before the bell. The stock price may likely move between now and that time. So you want to put this trade on just prior to the close on Thursday and center your strikes. All right, guys, if you're a beginner and this sounded a little bit confusing, don't worry. It did for me as well at first. We'll continue to cover more option trading details, tips and tricks in future videos and learn together. I put a link down below for the free options workshop. Be sure and grab that. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. I promise I will answer every single comment. Let me know any questions that you have, what you're trading today, what's working, what's not working. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.